Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the breakfast show, Trading with SMARTRobie Trade Idea. I hope you had a good breakfast or at least have a cup of coffee that should stay you awake. I always begin my morning with a cup of coffee. Now, have you tried bulletproof coffee? If you're not, should Google bulletproof coffee. That's one of those coffee that will make you lose weight. That's right, it'll make you lose weight. All right, just Google it, bulletproof coffee. And if you have not tried it, just Google it and share with me what is your experience with it. This is why we talk about new things that we learn in the breakfast show. Now, we had a great thing happen yesterday evening around 2-3 o'clock. Our KLCI finally made a bit higher. I think many of you may have known that about it because we have the approval, the first vote that has been approved in our parliament, in there the budget, that's been debating, because they can only debate until 2 p.m. every day. So let's look at what we have for the headline for you in our breakfast show. Now, do share this in your timeline if you can, so more people can enjoy the information that we are sharing in here, that you or your friends will also benefit. Now, let's move on to our headline, that what we have for you this morning. Now, definitely today is Friday. That's right, the breakfast show with SMARTRobie, trading ideas and stock idea. So Friday is advanced day. That's right. Now remember, we do this 3 times in a week, and Monday we start off with the beginner, Wednesday we'll do the intermediate, and then Friday we'll do at the advanced. So usually I get more people today because everybody want to learn the kind of advanced technique, isn't it, right? So this is where we'll be coming with you, sharing some of our technique that we use in our masterclass, which we will be doing in the next weekend. I hope you have time to able to consider joining our masterclass, which I will share something a bit down further road in here. Now, this is today, and today is advanced class. Now, let's look on to the headlines that we have for you in Bursa, in our morning headline roundup. That's right. Now, like it or not, as I said before, the budget 2021 has been approved by the day one riot. That's why the market yesterday moved up to crack finally the 1602 level. We are, and this morning, let me just check at the market as I show you here. Put on the KLCI, and you can see here this morning market has a slight pullback down 5 points, and it is no strange, because usually when we have confirmed of good news, there will be minor profit taking. Now, tell me, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are listening in here, now, do you think our market can go higher or not? The only impending issue that we might see is the GE15, right? So all these are still pending on. And also, if you are a Trade VSA package subscriber, do check out what is the foreign funds flows. I do think the foreign funds flows are coming in here, and also the sector rotation. I think that's important to being a member of our Trade VSA dashboard. That will put you in a very nice position to know what sector to look for. I think at the end of the day, when the market is going up, it's very important that we have the tools and the knowledge to act upon it. Else we will just be reacting to it. Now, that's why we always say, if you've been following many of my shows in here, you are already proactive. Why not take the next step to really getting and understanding your path to a better education in the investment world? That's right, because right now, as you've seen, even on EPF, they are dwindling in the kind of return that we've seen. So let's move on to our next slide. So our next slide is the story that we talk about the 3-quarter earning cheer. I think a lot of the firms are showing in the KLSE charts inside here, and many you would have known the earnings are getting better, definitely for sure, right? So as such, the reporting and the backdrop that is giving this market will continue to move higher, and this is what is been painted by a lot of the market in here. So the earnings is one of the rosier side of all things. Of course, not forgetting we have the earnings that was posted by Inari, the 5G big component player in here, and it says that it is one of the highest net quarter in almost 11 months in here. Saw a 92% jump to a net profit of 69 million in just 1 quarter in here. So this is a strong quarter, and let's take a look at Inari for where it is this morning in here. Let me just bring up the chart. Right. Okay. Let me just bring up the chart in here. Okay, this is the tricky side of it. Let me just, all right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to type in Inari. Okay, so let's see where's the chart Inari. Switch over to a bigger screen for you, and let's look at the stock chart. So right now you can see Inari, okay, it's really heading high. Now, no doubt we have this classic wash, okay, this classic wash. Right, let me just try to get this. Yeah, you can see the red pentagon. Okay, the red pentagon we have on that bar here, right? And we have 3 up thrusts. No doubt yesterday I was talking to Zac. I said these 3 up thrusts usually is a sign of weakness, right? If you're not trained, that's why you see it, you want to run away. But guess what? I think it'll be broken. Let's look at what the chart has to offer today, right? Having said that, let me just bring this here. All right, let me just bring up the real-time live chart in here for you to see Inari for where we is. Can you see Bio Alpha? It's already moving because that's the stock pick for the premium alert I have. So I better notify you first, okay? So let's look at Inari first. All right, and I'll switch back to a bigger chart for you in here. So let's look at Inari. And as such, you can see Inari is looking, you got 1, 2, 3. No doubt you have red pentagon, so you got 2 choices. You can either buy now and put your support, follow the trading plan in here, and look, we're going to look at the volumes later in here. So Inari looking very nicely, or you can buy when the green pentagon comes, which will be in your pentagon guided list probably next week. And so that's what I want to just tell you because of the good news that it's having. I think certainly you do have a climatic volume on this one. It should able to hold on, but those of you who want confirmation, then you just wait for the green pentagon to come. Else, there may be a bit of profit taking again, depending whether you are risk tolerance or risk aversive for that matter. This is on the trade of Inari. All right. So let's switch back to in here. Okay. Okay. Let me just do this first. I will log in again because. All right. Let's move on to our next story we have for you here. All right, so our next story is no other than Genting Group. That's right. Now we've seen the travel and leisure industry was decimated by the COVID-19, and right now we have the 3-quarter earnings report that are coming out. So what they are saying, look, they are seeing improvement on their 3rd quarter on business resumption. They should do pretty well. And let's look at Genting for where it is today. Okay, Genting. Hit that one. Okay, well, let's look at the stock comment and the stock chart in here. And you can see even, all right, following the green pentagon. Now, if you have followed the green pentagon much earlier, let me just switch out to a bigger chart for you in here. Way back in 8th of November, you would have benefited at least at 80 cents already in here. That's what it pays dividend to follow the green pentagon. Again, same thing that we're applying to the Inari too. That's why you want to able to look at those kind of trade and really confirm with green pentagon before you want to go in. All right, so okay, Philip want me to look at TN Logistic. That's okay. We will look at TN Logistic. And if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, I will look at some of the stocks that you have. All right, let's move on to our next story that we have for you is the budget 2021 has already been voted. Having said that, and that's what we are seeing, the market continuing the uptrend and what it is. So right now, let's bring out the KLCI chart here. Go back to the main menu. Okay, and we bring up the KLCI, and you can see right now in here, very nicely done, right? The market looks like it's going to break above the 16600 level. And again, if you have followed the green pentagon, right, much earlier, all right, when the green pentagon appeared on the 8th of November, you will be already in around the 152 level. Again, pentagon guider. That's the one that's going to help you to make money consistently in this booming market. All right, do take note of that one. So let's move on to what we have for you in our next story here. And it's the US market. Now, no doubt about it, we've been saying all this time. Now, yesterday, the US market was closed for Thanksgiving Day. It's a turkey where there's it's a day where they slaughtered the turkey, right? They keep feeding it and then they slaughter it. So there was a Thanksgiving Day, and those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving Day, happy Thanksgiving Day. Those of you who are listening from US, that will be a Thanksgiving. So the market was closed yesterday. Now, having said that, a lot of the strategists for the US market are predicting that the year 2021 will be much rosier than year 2020, and they expected it to jump 20%. So as I've been saying, there is a lot of opportunity in the US market, and as such, our master class that we are doing in next 2 weekends really focus on that one, because the GE15, the impending GE15 may turn into a dark side where we have a fight in the parliament, or we have the so-called election issues. This might derail our stock market for going higher. So as a safe way, as insurance, the US market is good. And guess what? The charts that you have, it's also can apply to it. At the same time, we are rolling out our US SMARTRobie for the US market. That's right, for S&P 500 in this coming first quarter of 2020. Right now, we are still in the midst of testing it. So it will be just nice for you, for those of you who wanted to ever look at the US market in there. And a lot of it, again, you've been following my program in here. I've been constantly updating you all the relevant sectors so you can benefit on the US side in here. Again, we are looking at a 20% jump next year for 2021. How about Malaysia? You may ask me. We got to get over that GE15 first. All right, I think that always makes sense. Okay, there's another one, Bumi Armada. That's sure. I will definitely look at it in here. All right, Samaden, I think we already talked about those already. All right, Ceiling, and let's move on to our. That's right. Now this morning for our premium alert. Okay, let me turn up my premium alert before I start to look at some of your charts. You can see we have Kobe, YOMC, BioAlpha, Dolomite, and Bena Putra and Orient. So one of the things that we have seen earlier on, okay, let me just hit BioAlpha here. Now, all right, BioAlpha has started to move up very, very nicely already. Okay, so since we are in the advanced level today, right? So I'm going to show you the usual hourly chart. Very important we show you the hourly chart, then that way you can see so much better. So this is more, so here is Inari. Let me switch over to BioAlpha. If you have not have this chart that you see, you might want to consider subscribing to our services in here. So right now you can see BioAlpha just broke through it very nice. Now if you switch to an hourly chart, right now it's 10:30. This is where it is at 9 o'clock. So at 9:30 you would have got a chance to go in. That is why the 9:30, okay, 9:30, it's important that you want to pick up this premium alert in here. So is it worthwhile? Now very important, we want to examine this before the major breakout that you see in here. Okay, so here we can have many cluster of closes, but more importantly is the green pentagon. Now let me switch to a daily chart first. Now if you, again going back to the green pentagon, if you have gone in somewhere on the 6th of November when it first came out, the green pentagon, right, you would have benefited. Let me see, how much in the money would you have gotten here? You can see that until here, that is almost, ladies and gentlemen, 22%. That's right, 22%. But if not today, maybe a good time for you to go. All right, if you want to, it is still okay. Now let's look at the volume. Having said that, right? So let's look at the daily chart volume. You can see first thing you want to see in the blue trend zone. Once you have the green pentagon here, we want to see more green volume bar. Now remember, in the advanced level of our breakfast show, we normally talk about the volume bar, the one that is in the bottom side or the right hand side here. So you can see here we have a lot of green, and that's very good. This is all the green bars that we see. And very important, we want to see also step up volume with the market going higher and step down volume going down. Take note of that, write down. Says staircase up when we are going up, stepping down when the volume is coming down. All right, so which means if the price is going higher, you want to have the stair stepping going up. So when the market is coming down, we want to have the stair stepping volume coming down. That simply means that on the sell off that we get, right, volume diminishes, and then finally when you see this, the volume, right, we have a stair up. You can see this one, finally this thing goes up, and that means this trend is likely to continue. Of course, we want to switch over to the hourly chart. You can also see the same thing too. All right, here we have the market going up. You can see the stair stepping up, and when we go sideways, right, it is stair stepping down in here. So right now we have this major volume here. Very likely we will see BioAlpha coming down. On the next couple of slides, I will share with you the schematic of the chart, the stair stepping up and the stair stepping down. All right. So the next chart I have for you in here on the premium alert is AT System. Now you all know what is AT System, right? AT System is one of those glove maker that has sort of moved into it, and they're building their glove making right now in here. And that's going to be, seems, all right, in here. Okay, some of the stocks I may not able to cover all. Those of you who have given me earlier on, I would do those first. Okay, definitely one will be TN Logistics. All right, so let's look at AT System. Okay, AT System in here. And this is where we have AT System. Now AT System, very nicely done. You can see in the hourly chart. Let me just bring it up in here. Again, where the AT System, it came out on the earlier chart at 9:30. So in here, you look at this. This is a 9:30 chart. Okay, so 9:30, the market move. But if you notice, even earlier on, if you use the hourly chart, AT System, you would have gone in at 17 cents. That's why the power. And this is where the red pentagon, you would have avoided in here. No doubt, at some point, you have got in, make some money here, you got out. This part, you don't make money all the time, so you have got out here and then get back in again for the next round. All right, imagine this was where we have the top glove selling, isn't it? Right, because of the Taratai cluster. And right now, it's moving up. So let's switch to a daily chart. Let me share with you in here. You can see daily chart, right? It hasn't turned red pentagon. So a lot of time, premium alert, we are going in very early, even before the green pentagon. And that's why it's for advanced, right? We are in the advanced level today. So but if you switch to an hourly chart, right? Those of you who want to subscribe to our active charting, this is a real-time chart. You can switch to an hourly chart. You can see in here, market moving sideways. You can see bars are very low, and then when you have step up, we have a step up bar here. So market continue to step up, and that's very healthy. So right now we have a slight pullback in here, and that's the two stocks we're going to be looking at. All right, the AT System, and also because these are good. Now there was some person want me to look at TN Logistics, so let me switch to your chart first. TM Logistics. Okay, that's probably Tiong Nam. Now Tiong Nam, I would have asked again, very benefit if you have gone in during the green pentagon in here at 55 cents, right? Isn't that great? And right now you will already be how many percent? 34% return if you just follow the green pentagon. As I said before, you always pay dividend to follow the green pentagon. But I think most cases, most people, because you are not well trained or you did not attend some of our master classes, you may have gone in around here and you're wondering, hey, you know, I'm here, I'm stuck. What should I do? So let's go back to where we see in here. Now you notice, right? There is no, so right now you can see the volume, it's sort of pending sideways. Again, we want to look for sign of strength, like low volume tests. So right now this market doesn't look like it's going anywhere. We will switch to an hourly chart right now in here. Let's take a look. Here again, volumes are very low. We still don't have any stair stepping up. So that tells you this market, it's not ready to move higher at any time. But do take note of your stop loss. And how do we know our stop loss? Equity and logistic. Okay, hit that one and will tell us where is our, okay, now let me just show you where is the exit strategy. Hit the exit strategy for TM Logistic, right? So you can see that. Let me just switch to a bigger chart for you here. And you will notice TN Logistics stop loss is 60 cents around here. It's pretty much way down here, right below down here. So you're way down, but right now we have confirmed, but again, confirm no supply. And how do we know that? I'll switch off to a bigger chart for you here. Okay, let me just get this. All right, and you can see confirm no supply on the daily chart, looking pretty healthy. Okay, sorry, on the hourly chart looks pretty good. All right, and this is where the support that we are seeing in here. Now, very likely we want to see in the next couple of hours in the afternoon, you want to have volume coming in. All right, Philip, if you're watching this, make sure you want to watch on the hourly chart on a volume. So if you don't have it, you might want to consider subscribing to our Trade VSA, this package, so you're able to observe the market continue to go higher and you have volume coming in here. Very important. All right, so the next one we're going to look at, we have from Richard, is Bumi Amanda. Okay, Bumi Amanda here. Okay, Bumi Armada in here. We got a lot of stocks that you guys are claiming, but unfortunately I'm not able to cover it. Now, Bumi Armada on the daily chart is very nice. As I said before, that's a recovery play on the oil and gas. Continue to run up. No doubt you may see an upthrust, but we need upthrust to confirm. Okay, we need upthrust to confirm in here. And or take note, we have step up volume. Very, very good, right? We got more green volume bars than red volume bar. That's very positive in here. So right now we are seeing the market is not ready to move up. There's a little bit of pullback on the volume, but I think it's pretty okay. Now let's switch to an hourly chart. Having said that, you can see in here the step down volume. It's relatively low, so this is fine. You got a spring. That's a sign of strength in here. Now, some of you may wonder, what the hell is a spring? What the hell is the T? What the hell is the upthrust? We have a video to show you with that in the next slide, so you can take a QR code off. If you are in SMARTRobie, what you can do is you just type what, okay, is UT. Okay, you hit that one in, and you can see what is UT. There is a tutorial in here. And now we have a very short synopsis. Let me just bring this chart bigger for you, right? And you can see there, okay, it's a line change confirmed. These are the family of sign of strength in here, and together they form the Pentagon system, which is the one that you'll be seeing right now in here. I'll take one more, okay, Viwacom from Elwin. I hope you didn't get that one. Okay, Viwacom, green packet, all these are pump and dump shares. Okay, if you have Viwacom, all I can say is tough luck, brother. Okay, because you can see this is as I've been saying before, if you bought, now this is one of those trades, right? You see, even on green Pentagon, right? If you have gone in here, you're still pretty much stuck inside there. So choice of selection is also very important, as I said before. Even though you want to, when you select the green Pentagon, you want to have the odds on your side. Am I correct? So you need to look at the background. All right. If you're just selecting, now some people just purely go on Pentagon. They don't look at the background. So if you have attended some of our classes or attend some of our talk, we always talk about the background. The background we want to have is a stage 1 accumulation. So right now, what we are seeing with green packet in here, it's not ready to move up. It is still in a distribution stage. Having said that, again, if you look at here, do we have any step up volume? No. You can see this is a step up, but it's on low volume. That's a danger point. When the price is going up, you want the volume to step up, like a staircase, 1, 2, 3. So you notice in here, it's no step up, it's step down. So that means it's distributing. All right. So that's something you want to take note of this one. All right. Another stock we're going to look at is a lot of people very charmed on is Viwacom. I hope that, my sympathy with you. I've seen this stock drop a lot more. So right now, pump people still want to go in and buy. Having said that, this is really a pump and dump stock. You can't trade the daily chart. All right. You got to switch to a hourly chart or to a... Now, if you switch to hourly chart, the market just sort of, afternoon, there was probably some announcement in here. The market dropped. So right now, if you look at in here, you can see, where's the market heading? The market is heading upwards, right? But what is the volume? Can you tell me what's the volume? Step up or step down? Step down, isn't it? So likely we're going to see a pullback very, very soon, like what we see in green packet. Now, a lot of the pump and dump kind of stock like Viwacom, green packet, they exhibit this kind of characteristics. So that's why I said before, if you're going to be in this market, please learn to be educated, learn volume spread analysis. So through that way, you will be fine. You won't be, get caught in this kind of stocks. And that's very important in here. All right. So those are the two stocks. But I want to touch on, since we are in the what we call important advanced level, I want to show you now. This is the QR code on the left hand side. You can take a photo of it where we've seen, I explained it's a 9 minutes video in here. We have sign of strength, line change, spring and test. All those things we usually cover a fair bit on those, right? So if you don't, you can also go to SMARTRobie and type that, and there's a video. You can see item number 3 together with item 1.2. There's a video, you can also watch that one. But I want to go through very quickly before we end the show here. Is the sign of strength, sign of weakness. All this while I've been focusing on the strength because the market is bullish. We want it to go up. But what we really want to share with you is this chart inside here, which I talk about the stair stepping up volume and the stair stepping down volume. When the market is going up, like this bar is going up, you want to have a stair stepping down, stair stepping up volume, right? So when the market is coming down, you want to have a stair stepping down volume. Very important. Now, if the market is going up and the stair stepping down, that tells you the momentum, the trend, it's not sustainable, and smart money is distributing that. So keep that in mind. And when the stair stepping up, that's the one you want to go. So that's why when we look at BioA and AT system, those are genuine up move. as opposed to Viva.com and Green Packet. I hope you learned something today. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and that's what we want to push on and really want to teach you guys too. So having said that, this is a QR code. So with that in mind, what we plan to do, because we find it there was a based on huge demand that we have from the public, so we are doing next Wednesday my talk. Usually my Wednesday talk, I will talk about topic, but next Wednesday before our master class, we are doing our 3-day on the weekend of 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. We are doing our preview at 9:30. That's right. So make sure you catch me on the 2nd of December, next Wednesday, on Wednesday 9:30 for live FB on a preview on our master class. What do you expect to learn? Something which I talk about, the stair stepping up and the stair stepping down. Those are the technique that will keep you into place. And when we see a big boom, if that's going to happen in US market or it's going to happen in G15, you will benefit for that one. All right. So again, the dates are 4th to 7th. If you have nothing else, nothing free on that day, and you want to invest your time to learn about the market, definitely our December intake, 4th to 7th, is the one that you want to be coming in here. So with that, do join our Telegram chat room if you have not, for the wonderful stock trade idea, news, things that we talk about, volume, price analysis inside here. I hope I can do more to look at your stocks, but definitely I think knowledge is what we all want to gain, especially this COVID time, so we will learn more and able to profit more. I think that's my hope for you in here, and I'll see you. All right, this Saturday, those of you who is coming for my UOB talk, we will be on 11:30 on the UOB. I think I shared that on Wednesday night. If not, I'll see you next Monday or next Wednesday for our masterclass preview. All right, bye bye. See you then.